What's up, League fam, and welcome to another YouTube video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this content, then please consider subscribing and hitting the notification button so you know whenever new content comes out. Today I've got Vladimir once again up against Yasuo. I like showing these games because one, I hate Yasuo, and two, if you hate Yasuo, then I think you'll like this as well. It's basically, Yasuo is one of those champions that is not necessarily hard to lane against as Vlad. He's just annoying. And I think many of you might agree with me that he is just an annoying laner. He has basically no cooldowns once he scales up a little bit with his Q and his E. Gets attack speed items. So his tornado's up all the time. And he just pushes you all the time. And he's just really just one of those champs that are super annoying to play against. But probably the most annoying thing is his win wall. Now, his win wall does block your E as Vladimir, but it doesn't block your Q. And you could still pull through it. But you do need to pay attention to that win wall. And so one thing you want to do is make sure that you get close enough so that your E goes through. So one thing you want to do with Yasuo is, when you're playing against them, is don't be afraid to fight them. Now, in this case, I actually messed up here because most Yasuos start Q, and when they do that, you can definitely harass and try to bully them as much as possible level 1. This guy was smart and started level E, so he was able to get onto me and pretty much, you know, stack his Conqueror, really get a lot of good trades on me. I had to pop my potion early, so really early mistake on my part, not making sure that he took Q. He probably knows the matchup pretty well. His name is Yasuo Hasaki 123, so I'm assuming he plays a lot of Yasuo. So again, one thing even more to be careful of. So you can see already, he's already shoving me in. And Vlad isn't the easiest champion to last hit under turret with. Sometimes he can be, but you know, early on it is pretty difficult. So my goal right now is to not die. The last thing you want to do as Vladimir is give early snowball kills to Yasuo. And you can see he already warded Vi's red buff. And as you know, as Vladimir, you just have to do your best and try to ping to your teammate that you can't roam. Otherwise, you will lose too much. It is too important, especially for Vlad, to miss early CS and levels because that is the only way he'll get stronger and be able to compete and have an impact in the game. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit. But one thing, some kind of general laning tips that you want to do. So he win-walled bad there. Honestly, I think if Vi got that Q, we probably could have done something there. But anyways, like I was saying, general laning tips against Yasuo is, one, you want to try to auto him whenever his shield is up. That way you proc the shield. And I love the fact that this Vi is giving me attention. This Yi is pretty much inting right here. This is another reason I like taking Ignite early. It just adds that further kill pressure. So we get the flash out of Yasuo, which is great. And so early game jungle pressure is amazing. Now me and Vi also we both have blue buffs or double buffs. His blue buff just expired, but now I have double buffs. So it's really good for me. So I don't want to back because I have this advantage. Again, you can see I'm trying to get an auto on him, but it's not always the case. Another tip with that is that you want to try to pull it. See how I pulled this tornado. If you can't dodge it, then you want to make sure you pull it because it does a decent amount of damage if you get hit by it. And obviously when he has his ult, that's not a good thing. Another tip is that with your E charge, you want to make sure that sometimes the best thing is not to hold it, especially because of his win wall. But when he dashes in with his E, if you could just get a quick proc of your E, auto and then Q, you can proc phase rush, which will then allow you to move faster and do what you need to do, either escape or get into him. But I would say the biggest thing against Yasuo is don't be afraid to fight him. He will definitely win if you just play back. Against Yasuo, you want to play into him so that you can play within his win wall and get the most damage out of him. And even if it's not necessarily a winning trade for you, you have the sustain advantage, especially as you hit level 9, get some items. You can take those trades all day long. And I love that this Vi is just camping my lane. You can see as I dodge the tornado, it's pretty much a free free kill. And again, this is really nice. Don't expect this a lot because junglers tend not to gank Vladimir lanes. It is, even though I know that it's best that they don't go to my lane, sometimes it does get frustrating because just a little bit, even if you don't get a kill, just a little bit of early game presence to ease some of that pressure off of Vlad's weak laning phase is really nice. But again, if your jungler's doing stuff across the map, then you can't be mad at him just because he's doing something. Alright, so again, this is what Yasuo does, shoves you in, which again isn't the worst thing in the world, because the worst thing you would have as Vladimir is if Yasuo froze the lane right around here. Yasuo's want long lanes because it lets them dash, it lets them get onto you. Now unfortunately, the bad thing is that because he outshoves you, you can see that Yasuo went top, was able to put pressure there. And he gets a kill, which is very unfortunate. But I have Yi here, which means that there is no jungler pressure anywhere else. So it kind of works out. Unfortunately, top lane does die and misses a huge wave there. I'm not sure if he has TP or not, so I'm going to get some vision down this side. So whenever your mid laner roams, you can always think that it's best that you can go to the other lane. So if he goes top, that means my bottom lane is pretty free. I know he's not around there. I just saw Yi there, so it lets me get a little bit of vision on that side of the map. So again, Yasuo is going to come in deep to you like that, so you could just straight up go fight him and make sure you get that phase rush. And I realize what I just said. And if you didn't catch it, you can rewind. But I say things like that. I'm a dad. I know my dad would say things where I'm like, Pops, do you even know what you're saying? And a lot of times he had no clue. I am still aware of the funny things that I say sometimes that I don't mean to say, but it just comes out that way. So anyways, all right. So once again, Yasuo just shoving me in. You just got to play patient. He's going to out farm you early on unless you're just really good. I'm not that good, but I see Vi here collapsing. I know this is going to be a free kill. My thing is I just want an assist, but I can't even get there quick enough. Vlad is so slow, so immobile. It's just kind of frustrating. So I think at this point I should have just backed instead of trying to shove this away. My shove is not that great. I mean, I'm hitting level 8 now, but not until I hit level 9 with some items is my wave clear much better. So you can see Yasuo's already back. Now, if I want to back, I have a really bad back timer. So I got phase rush here, but look how I'm not afraid to fight him. I got my, I flash out of there, but look how much damage I got onto him. And so now if he stays, he's really dangerous. It's really dangerous for me because he's so low. I mean, Vi with the pressure here. And look, you can see that I'm just going to stay. And Vi gets the kill. I actually get the assist for that. So even though I didn't get the kill, I had to burn my flash. Don't be afraid to fight Yasuo, especially when your ult is up. You will definitely win in the long run. All right, let's fast forward a little bit. You can see bot lane is it's kind of back and forth bot lane. My games in this preseason have been pretty wonky. And I don't want to say, yeah, I do want to say the biggest variance I see is not really in the jungle, it's in the bot lane. And it could be either the support or the ADC. I just don't know what's going on. Sometimes I'll have ADCs that, for example, I just played a game where our ADC was 4 levels down and was like 1 in 12. And I just don't know what was happening. So you can see, again, getting my phase rush, just dodging his tornado, and especially when you have phase rush, is much easier. You can see, look how much damage I do with my empowered Q. So again, don't be afraid to fight him. See right there? You know, right now he really cannot trade with me. Even if he hits the tornado, what's he gonna do? Jump on me? He'll die instantly. So it's just gonna be, now is when I could start exerting my lane priority. Honestly, I could just yeah, see, that's unfortunate. He dashed through. I wasn't able to get him. Let's see, do I get him here? Proc this shield. I hit him with the ult. He's dead. There's really nothing he can do at this point. But it was nice of him to dash that way. And again, Vi, I love Vi playing mid-centric. You know, what can I say? I'm a mid laner, some kind of bias. But look how many plates we get. This is just really good. I'm going to get so much gold. And as Vlad, like, I don't know if Vi knew this consciously, but getting a Vlad gold and getting ahead is just super good. So I'm 2-0-2, and although I only have 80 farm, you know, getting those early plates is really good. So I decide not to go back. That's probably a big mistake on my part. And I think it's just because, so you see right there real quickly, you see how I missed my E on him? It's because I try to get greedy and charge it up all the way. That's not, you don't really want to do that all the time. There are times, yes, like if his wind wall's down, you know you can hit it, or he can't dash anywhere. But a lot of times it's going to be better to just quick cast your E, just double tap it so that you can get that proc up for phase rush, because that's going to be much more valuable, especially when your cooldowns are much lower. Your E will be back up in no time, so it's not really a big deal. But again, getting shoved in, Vi is coming back around, and once again, this should be free. This Yasuo is just, I mean, look how much damage, luckily I get the kill there. So again, he's just really, it's the Yasuo meme, right? He's just inting. He's got to get that 1-5. He's got that 1-5 power spike. I don't know if it's 1-5 or 110, but he's halfway there either way. He's moving towards some kind of power spike. I don't know what it is. So again, tornado, just dodge it. You know, sometimes I find myself being able to dodge really well without having to use my pool. It does make it a lot easier to dodge if you proc phase rush, so keep that in mind. But again, this lane, I'm already up a level. I have items on him. This is really good for me. Once my ult is up and I have my sums up, I am not afraid to fight him at all. And you shouldn't be either. Like, don't, just because he moves around a lot and is doing like a million things at once doesn't mean that you need to be afraid of him. So you can see he can't really do anything here. He doesn't hit his tornado. And once again, he's dead. So again, I know he's getting frustrated, as all Yasuos do, and thus continuing the end. Alright, so 4-0-2. Farm isn't the greatest, but decent items, doing well in lane. Now that bot lane has gotten their turret, I want to look to roam bot. I don't want to stay here, but I'm here just because I know there's something about to happen. So you can see that's what I'm going for. I'm trying to get in this. Yeah, so took my kill there, but it's cool, whatever, it's a team game. So now we're just taking control of this game. Tristana is pushing bot lane, which is great because Tristana pushes really well. So let's fast forward now. You can see I rotate bot. Shen is still mid. You know, I don't really know. I think with the three of us here, we can really get this turret, but even Shen gets mid lane turret, so this is just super good for us. And you can see we're quickly taking over this game. I wish I could say it was all me. My jungler did a lot. Tristana did really well, but I will say that as Vlad against Yasuo, you can only do but what's in your control. And so I was fortunate to have a jungler that took advantage of Yasuo pushing all the time. You won't get that all the time, and so you just got to play safe, play slow. But because Vi did play around me, I mean, I was able to not waste it and get ahead. So let's go forward. We get the Rift Herald here. Just being able to snowball, again, helps when all three lanes are winning. So let's fast forward a little more. Just moving towards Dragon here. Looks like we're setting up for a play here. Unfortunately, Shen misses his taunt there, but Shen is super tanky. I also think Shen is really good at the moment. So if you need a sleeper pick, this Vade is just, he's doing the what do you call it? The vein spotting. Like, what the heck? So easy double there. I mean, if he's gonna int like that, I mean, we'll take it, right? So again, I get a double, triple there. But again, they're making it pretty easy, and that's pretty much going to be the game. Sub 20-minute game. I think they're going to surrender soon. But guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it gave you some tips or ideas how to lane against Yasuo with Vladimir. If you like this, then again, please leave a comment. And if you like this type of content, then please consider subscribing and hitting the notification button. But until next time, guys, enjoy your climb on the Rift Season 10. Try not to be too toxic, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.